Man, week 11, already November, and we finally got the first rankings. I think that's going to make a difference in how some of these teams play today. Once now they know where they stand with the committee. First game, Navy Notre Dame playing a neutral site. I'm really torn about this one. I got a feeling Notre Dame's going to try to get bowl eligible. If so, this is a must-win for them. So I'm taking Irish in this one. Air Force at Army. I have to go with Air Force. Just have to. It's a requirement. Especially after Coach D sent me this really cool coin ball marker. Thanks, Coach Jim. I appreciate that, man. This is really awesome. I like it. So next, Texas Tech. I think Texas is really trying to make a statement for Charlie Strong, trying to get him to keep his job there despite the stupid alumni and all these people trying to say that he's not the right guy. He's working on it. He's building a program, but it's just not there yet. They're not ready to compete completely, but they're coming. And that young freshman quarterback is tough. I think Texas is going to pull this one out. Wisconsin at Northwestern. I was torn on this one too. Do you give Northwestern a lot of respect for how they played at Ohio State? Do you give Wisconsin a lot of respect for their win over Nebraska? Or do you feel like Wisconsin rather, is going to be kind of beat up? I was really torn about this, but it's at Evanston. I just have a feeling Wisconsin's going to be pretty beat up after that win over Nebraska, because that was quite a physical ball game, and their defense was already pretty sore. I'm taking Northwestern to win this one. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but we'll see. Georgia Tech at North Carolina. Like all the rest of y'all, I don't think this is going to be much of a ball game. I picture North Carolina just to win this one, pretty much going away. Florida at Arkansas. Arkansas is still pretty beat up. Our offense hasn't been much as the Gators, but I think our defense is going to be enough to carry us through in this one. It's going to be a fairly low-scoring game. If Arkansas can run the ball, though, we could have some problems. This could be a closer game than I think, but I'm still sticking with the Gators. Oklahoma State at Kansas State. I kind of twisted on this one too, twisted and turned a bit. But and I may be giving the Cowboys too much credit for last week, but I'm picking Oklahoma State to win it. Iowa at Penn State. Man, I was torn on this one too. I really think Penn State is just getting too much credit. Yeah, they looked good last week. They played Purdue. Duh. So I don't know. Iowa they just have never gotten it together after last season. So, you want to make a cameo? Is that what you want to do? All right, good. I'm glad you decided to show up. How do you feel about this week? You're not saying much. No? Okay. Nothing to argue with yet? Okay. Now they got to come to the two big ball games. Well, I picked Penn State in that one. Come to the two big ball games. Nebraska at Ohio State. Man, if this was at Nebraska, I'd almost take Nebraska. I think Ohio State, being at number 6, knows they've got to make a statement. They know they got to come out and play strong. And beating a one-loss Nebraska team that gave Wisconsin all kind of trouble would be a way to do it. You think Nebraska's going to win? What do you think? Huh? Well, what do you think? You going to tell me? Okay. That's a no. Do you want me to let you go? All right, go. That's little Bo. I think Ohio State's going to come out and finally play the type of ball we think they've been capable of all season. And I really think they need to. They need to make a statement in this ball game, try to get themselves back into conversation. At this point, pretty much everybody thinks Michigan's going to blow them out. So we're going to have to see that. Plus, Michigan's never played a game away from home hardly all year, except for at Rutgers? What a schedule. But I think Ohio State's going to make a statement here. And I'm not a Buckeye fan, but I just am not a strong believer in Nebraska. I think Ohio State's going to take care of that one pretty easily at home. Now the big one tonight in our tiebreaker game, Alabama at LSU. There's one thing that concerns me about this game, and that is that it's a night game in Baton Rouge. Probably the toughest place, toughest time to play in the entire country, outside of any game at Tuscaloosa. I think LSU is going to give it a run. Orgeron's done a great job, and of course LSU would love to win this ballgame because that would ice it for him as being their full-time coach. Personally, I think LSU would be stupid already if they don't hire him, regardless of what happens the rest of this year. I think Alabama is going to show up and play pretty strong. It could end up being a close game, and I'm still picking it to be a fairly close game. I'm picking Alabama to win this 27-17. I think they're going to further solidify their top spot in the rankings, and we'll see what happens from there. I hope y'all have a great game day. Enjoy it, and thank you all for playing. God bless.